Well, we were taken by surprise on our return. On arriving in Gatwick, we were told our borders were closed and Trinidad would not accept us. And we were told that the Barbados government is willing to accept us, and we were most grateful. We were accepted with open arms, and I must say thanks to Mrs. Utley and our government for giving us this opportunity to be quarantined here, which we agreed, at our cost, which I must say was well subsidized. Well, to the government of Barbados, thank you very much for opening your doors to us. Very much appreciated. I cannot say thanks enough. They have been, I don't want to compare, but they are just on the doorstep of first world country. The people in the country I know from visiting for cricket and other holiday package have been very, welcoming, accommodating, and the government is doing a fine job. I am hoping that at the high level, Mr. Smartley, will have a little whisper in my Prime Minister's ears that while these people are happy here, we want to come home.
Put it in a nutshell, we felt very welcome. The people who interfaced with us on a daily basis, they were always jolly, willing to welcome and wish us a good day, willing to help us. So they were very helpful. They treated us as family. So we're quite contented here. I think Barbados has done very well in that respect. Ms. Motley has reached out to us like a mother to us, really. And we really felt that unity and that caring and that love, because I know a lot of the Caribbean countries have closed their borders, and probably rightly so, but, she welcomed us, and we didn't even know that there were talks about us in Barbados planning to receive us before we got here. We had not a clue what was going to happen. We know that we were going to be touched down here and probably left here, but it was really surprising, pleasantly surprising, that when we got here, that they had this in train, I don't know how many hours before, and therefore, we are quite happy for them to have chosen a location like this for us. Barbados government had us comfortable. The hotel had us comfortable. We did not have to worry about a thing for that night. And then next morning, they were around finding out, do you want anything from the supermarket? And it was great. It was really, nice to be here.
The workers come and say, "Me Trinibadians," that's our name now, we're Trinibadians. And like up to this morning, the guys know that we are downhearted, and I especially, I'm really, really, after the 14 days, I had built up my mind that I was going back home. Everybody here could tell you that. Every day I say I'm going back home. And then was my daughter's birthday on the 6th, and I wanted to be home. And so I really, really was downhearted that I couldn't get to go back to Trinidad. So the guy came up to this morning and he said, "The fuel in the plane, the fuel in the plane." Every time you see me, I tell you, the fuel in the plane, you're all going back. So it has been really nice here. And I am going to come back and I'm going to tell everybody in Trinidad, come Sugar Cane Club. I even had a friend in Trinidad who told me that her sister lived 3 minutes from here. And she was in contact with me, talking to me. It was really nice being here. If it didn't have social distance, I would have hung up and said, "Oh God, Miss Lady, you're sick and you're thinking. This is a woman and we know we're strong. And I love you, lady, and you are a good example. And I want everybody to know that you have a good heart and you will continue to grow from strength to strength, and your country will grow from strength to strength because you have the love of God in your heart.
But yes, having reached here, to my greatest surprise, that we were going to be quarantined in a resort. And that was just fantastic. I mean, when one hears the word quarantine, one understands it to be almost like a prison-like type environment. But this is not it. You are in a resort, and you are amongst people who value you so much, and whose service to you is really incomparable. I do not even wish to say it compares with the cruise ship. It is well above that. The people here has been fantastic to us, really, really fantastic. On a daily basis, they'd be, yes, maintaining the social distancing, but at the same time, with a level of friendliness and family-like atmosphere that, I don't think we can forget it. It has been that way, I would think, for all of the Sugarcane Hotel and Club personnel. And I wasn't too surprised when I heard the owner just mention in his interview that the thinking here is that we are such a fortunate society of people living in this world with everything at our fingertips, and that his desire that his people also function at that level. And they have clearly demonstrated that to us. We are very, very satisfied and happy. Yes, I cannot stop saying how well the sugarcane staff, all told, right? Every one of them how nice they have treated us. But it's really fantastic. The same goes for all the Barbados people that I've interacted with, especially in the health area. And like I say, they, under that level of stress, can still demonstrate the Barbados family approach to things.
Oh, we've been cruising since 1980-something. Never expected to have something like this happen. We've had things where ships were going too slow and had to miss ports and so on. But we always made it an experience. Everything that happens in life is an experience. And instead of seeing it as a negative, see what you could gain out of it. So this is what we've been doing on this trip. First, before I get to the Sugarcane Club, the Prime Minister has shown the world how easy it is to deal with COVID-19. You don't have to close your borders. If people are coming in, there's a way you have planned to come in. They took us straight from the airport, had somewhere planned, and drove us here. Simple as that. Everywhere else, they are making a big fuss about, you will give me this disease and you will do that, and don't know how to deal with it. So your Prime Minister is an example that people could follow. So that gives me the first thing about Barbados. Forward-looking, first world, and she's a person of compassion. Not only her, but everybody else that had to deal with this.